Welcome to 1111, which is a segment for my podcast where I talk about a topic for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Today's topic is one of my favorite ones because I feel like I'm being, the big brother that I never was or am because, I'm the smallest sibling, I'm the youngest brother. So, I feel like I'm giving advice to, a sibling or just like my BFF. They're like coming to me as in like, give me your silly little Aquarius point of view, please. And I sometimes love listening to advice podcasts because they sometimes will give a point of view that you've never really thought about. So I was like, I love to do that. So we're gonna start with I had a lot about, like body positivity and body image and how I deal with my body image because I am, a person who does show their body online, not just on Instagram and not a lot of it, but it has been something that I've been struggling with lately actually. I had, a minor eating disorder when I was in my early teenage years because I did not feel like, the social image of a ideal body type, and I would beat myself over it. And slowly through like therapy and just, loving myself and healing and realizing, there was a lot of toxic media around me, I started to love my body. And I actually, I mean, I don't know if I'm a very, like, what's that word? Yeah, conveniently attractive. I don't know if I'm that type of person, but I am like, I'm hot. I don't know if it's just like, my confidence, but I do feel very hot. And I think it's a lot of work to do with how you view yourself on the inside. I'm, I feel like beauty fades, and I feel like how you are as a human being is what's most important. I know that's like the most cheesiest thing ever, but ever since I started working on my inner self and like on my, healing my inner child and like working on how my brain is wired and fixing, my religious trauma and like all of this different trauma that I have, it like glows out of you. Like it like your energy literally gets golden, and you just feel hotter, you feel confident. And I don't think it's one of those like, I hate when I kind of, talk to a friend and I'm like, I feel very, ugly. And they're like, no, you look pretty. And then it's like, magically, I'm going to be like, you're right. Like, I hate saying that, but like, you're actually pretty. Like, I've told you this before. If you're listening to this podcast, you're hot. Like, there's no way around it. You are hot. So, I feel like, listening to music really affects my mood because I'm such an empath, like I'm a red flag, I'm an empath, and like my surroundings really affect me. So I'm totally kidding. But I love like music that will make me feel like I am, the hottest, thing in the whole entire world. Lately, it's really been Megan the Stallion, like Gift and a Curse. Like I am too pretty to be fighting, with these people, or like Plan B, or just like, or even like telling yourself some affirmations like I am beautiful, I am worthy enough, I am unique. Unique, like you are beautiful. Um and just like tell yourself these things. I did this meditation last week in the morning. It was a mirror meditation. So you basically sit in the mirror, not sit in the mirror, sit in front of the mirror, and and you just look at yourself in the eyes and you tell your body thank you. Like, this is our body. Like, I don't think you understand. This is the body that literally protects you from like diseases. These are the legs that walk you to your favorite coffee shops, to your favorite people. Like your brain is literally wired so beautifully. And so thank your body. Like, sit in front of the mirror and say thank you legs, thank you hair, thank you eyebrows, thank you eyelashes, thank you teeth, thank you thighs. Thank your whole body because you are beautiful. And like it's your body, Gorge. Like, love your body, like, you silly goose. Like, don't make your body feel like it like it's not worthy. Like, imagine you would never allow this sort of behavior to like your nephews or your nieces or your kids or your cousins or your brothers or your mom. Like, you would never allow them to hate on their body, so why would you? You know, so kind of treat it like that. Like, put your 5-year-old self in front of you and be like, you are beautiful. Like, you deserve every single good thing in the world, and you are worth so much. You know? Oh my god. Next. So, finding motivation through tough periods in life. Okay, so I have this thing where if I create, also thank you for all of this. Like, just thank you. But I have this thing where I like to create a list. I sometimes do lack motivation to do certain things, although not all the time, just because I'm really passionate about a lot of the things I do. But I think it's because of this trick. I write down like a to-do list. So let's say you're not motivated to write a paper, to I don't know, like life can get really hard at times, like, and you don't even know why. Like, I feel like this stage of like becoming an adult is so weird because you're not really prepared to like, on one side it's like there are 20-year-olds who are 19, 20-year-olds who are literally getting married. There are 20-year-olds, 19, 20-year-olds who don't even have their license. There's 19, 20-year-olds who like have moved to a whole completely different state. And it's so like everyone is everywhere, and I feel like sometimes focusing on what everyone else is doing makes me so non-motivated, just because I get this pressure of like, wow, I'm not doing enough. So what I do is get off social media. That's like my number one rule. If you want to get some motivation, get off social media. Maybe open Pinterest. Like, Pinterest is great. But like, make a to-do list. I like to do like 5 things that I want to get done. Let's say write an essay, apply for a job, book that doctor's appointment, maybe go on a run, and then have that sticky note and carry it with you, or just like put it on your computer or something. And your brain will be like, okay, I'll do this thing today, and or I'll do just one paragraph of this article, or I'll do this, piece of homework for this day. And you'll like eventually kind of motivate yourself. But also, I feel like sometimes riding the wave of like, it's a tough time. If you like already rode the wave of like your sadness, or of your, of grieving or whatever, I recommend riding the wave, but allowing your body to kind of catch up. Like, I feel like our brain is working so fast and our body is working so fast, we sometimes don't allow it to like just breathe. And I feel like meditation is so good with that. And I feel like meditation is really good for like motivation, just because you really just center yourself and you get refocused. So that's great. Also, I'm going to do something along with motivation, is how to stay disciplined. I feel like I've worked a lot on my discipline and my self control lately. I first started with allowing myself to, I used to be so self disciplined, and like beat myself up if I didn't, if I ate like a burger during the week when it was, my workout times. And now I like allow my body to have that pleasure. Like, I allow my body to take a break. I allow, although I sometimes hate uploading stuff late, I allow my body to be like, you know what? I'm going to allow my body to rest and like listen to my body, and that kind of like motivates me more to be more disciplined, if that makes sense. I don't think it's sort of like closing yourself to everything and like just being hyper focused on your exact goals that will make you disciplined. I feel like it's kind of like, I really don't know how to explain this, but allowing your body, like doing what your body wants to do at the exact moment. Like, let's say you're being disciplined in your workout, right? And you have a gym session, but your body, like, you physically don't have the energy to do it. Rest. Like, I feel like self discipline can have some sort of negative connotation of like, you have to be hyper focused at all times. It's like, you really don't. Like, just try your best. And if you don't get it done today, you don't get it done today. That doesn't mean you're not disciplined. That just means you're a human being. I'm a freaking human being. And I've had this conversation with my trainer before, because we had this conversation about discipline, and he talks to me about my veganism. He's like, you're very strict on that, and it's like, it doesn't, food makes you happy. Like, I feel like there's some sort of science about food making you happy, which makes total sense to me. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just really disciplined in that. And he's like, well, sometimes you kind of do have to allow your body and your mind to like get pleasures. Like you really do. And he's like, and that will allow you to create more self-discipline because you're not training your body as a robot. You're training your body as a human being. And I love that. So like give yourself like let yourself breathe. I feel like sometimes we're so hard on ourselves, but if you realize that you're having bad habits and you're like, I need to get more self-disciplined, again, make a list. These are the things that I want to get better at in my self discipline. I want to go to bed before 10 p.m. I want to um, work out 3 times a week. I want to avoid eating McDonald's for Monday through Friday. Or I want to go on a walk once a day. And then if you once you create the list, it's like it's going to manifest. It's going to become reality because you're speaking it into existence, and your brain is like, already, you put that thought in your brain and it's like, okay, let's do this. Anyways, I love you so much. Bye.